Yo, what's up everybody? It's Connor from Unscripted, back again with another video. In today's video, we have some potentially really exciting CDL news to talk about, some challengers updates to give as well, and as always, we are doing things off the script. But before we hop into the video, don't forget to leave a like down below if you enjoy, leave a comment down below in the comment section as well with your thoughts on what we talk about today, and subscribe to the channel as well if you are enjoying the content and want to see more similar videos like this one from me in the future. I appreciate it all. It means a lot to me as you help me grow this channel, and it really helps me out, so thank you. And let's hop right in. So, starting us off, we have, of course, the CDL action is back today with the Florida Home Series. By the way, I really love that logo. I think Florida's marketing is very good. I like them a lot. I think they can hopefully build a pretty decent brand here as we continue to move forward in the CDL. But regardless, today's matches, we have FaZe versus Seattle and Dallas versus LAG. Quick predictions, FaZe I don't think will struggle whatsoever with Seattle. It should be a hot 3-0. Dallas versus LAG, though, was interesting to me because Dallas struggling, still trying to find footing with Vivid a little bit. They squeaked past London, got smoked by Toronto. LAG, a strong search team, not the best in the respawns. If they can get it to a Game 5, I really think I might favor LAG. I don't know, we'll just have to see how it goes. I think there's some storylines here with the whole Vivid situation and the fact that Dallas just cannot find footing with their new roster moves. Everything they do doesn't really work out. So, interesting storylines. I'm going to take LAG. We'll see how it goes. I could be wrong. I think Dallas should probably be favored, but I'm going to go out on a limb and just say LAG's teamwork, their chemistry. They have a little more glue than Dallas right now, trying to get used to the new roster. So I'll take LAG, but we will see how that plays out. Next up, we have what is probably the most obscure or interesting news we could talk about today. John Cena, you know, everybody knows John Cena, the actor, the professional wrestler, everybody's childhood hero, went on an eSports following spree yesterday. He followed Charlie Intel here, as you see. He followed Easy Mac, the analyst for the Atlanta FaZe. Burns, the GM or whatever he is for EU. He said John Cena went on an esports following spree, so I don't know if that means he followed him, but he at least recognized the fact that John Cena is following all kinds of esports people. Marky B, the coach for the Toronto Ultra, said that he followed him. Tactical Rab, John Cena followed him. All kinds of people, just all the comments have about it. Jake Lucky says on Twitter that John Cena followed him as well. Just all these people. The Atlanta FaZe said about it. Caesar Skies Bueno said about it. All kinds of people. It's really just, it was out of the blue. I personally, if I had to guess, I would say it probably wasn't John Cena himself. It was probably his team doing this for him. But the question is why? That's like the big intrigue. Is like, why is he doing this? And then, I wanted to put a tweet up here. Here, we'll just go and find it. I forgot to put it up here. If it loads. Basically, he said, here we go. He said, some risks succeed, some fail. The biggest risk of all is never taking one. And he said this like as he's doing this crazy esports follow spree. So if you put the pieces together, I think it could be fair to assume that John Cena maybe could be joining as an investor in esports in some capacity, potentially in the CDL. I don't know if he followed people from other esports, but he did follow a lot of Call of Duty players, personalities, organizations, etc. So this seems to me like he could be potentially investing, and that would be really, really cool. I mean, huge name actor, just A-list celebrity. A lot of people like John Cena. A lot of people know John Cena. So him joining up into esports would be phenomenal. If he could get into the Call of Duty League in some capacity, and even just as a small investor, just if he would put out one tweet about it, that'd be so many new people who probably never heard of the CDL, at least seeing a link about it, maybe joining in, clicking on the matches, seeing how it goes. But it's just really cool to me. I hope something comes of it. If not, it's just interesting to talk about how he follows so many people, I'm sure. But I don't think it would have been done for no reason. So if I had to guess, I'd say he could be looking to invest in the CDL or just in some sort of esport in some capacity, and he's just following, you know, getting used to the scene, figuring out how it really works, learning some people and all that, just to sort of maybe think about at least investing. I don't know, though. We'll see how it plays out. Just interesting. I thought it was something worth talking about. Then we have the New York Subliner saga continuing. Clayster says somebody has placed a hex on our team. Holy moly. And then, you know, of course, right away we're talking about ASIM. That's just what everybody thought about. If you weren't familiar, if you didn't catch up yet, ASIM is having visa problems. He was not able to get into the U.S., I think, over the weekend, maybe Tuesday. He wasn't able to get there. He doesn't have his visa. And, of course, with the Stage 4 Major essentially starting, 2 weeks from today, not a lot of time for him to get that issue straightened out. So hopefully he can, but, I mean, it's not looking the best right now. And then Clay said, okay, this was taken out of context. Just woke up to my internet being down, and they said it's my line. So he's, you know, everybody right away was saying ASIM, and it turns out that's not what he was talking about, allegedly. Revan also tweeted something similar about a hex on our team. I guess he would also say he was talking about Clay's internet. But then we have this from Zoomaa, just sort of fueling the fire a little bit. Just used a controller for the first time in months, and someone may need to send me the 14-day for champs. My stream can confirm, saying he's playing really well. So that is good to see from Zoomaa, and I don't know. I think there is a greater than 0 chance. I'm not going to say how high I think the odds are, but I think there is a realistic probability that Zoomaa could be playing for the New York Subliners in the Stage 4 Major, which would just, whether it works out or not, the scenes of that would be awesome. Zoomaa just built this huge following. He's brought in so many eyes, I think. I think he's helped out a lot in terms of gaining popularity for the CDL. It seems like there's some people who enjoy watching Zoomaa's streams more than they enjoy watching the CDL matches themselves. So he has a lot of fans. He has a lot of buzz going around him. He's become a big personality in the CDL, in the Call of Duty scene. It would just be awesome to see him get back in there, especially just imagine if he played well and he helped lead them to a top 2, top 3, top 1 placing, whatever it would be. Just that would be so awesome. However, I don't know if they'd go that route. I think they could go a different route. But basically, what it boils down to is ASIM is stuck in Canada, like I said. Diamond Khan, their substitute, is also in Canada. I don't know if he has a visa or not. If he does, it's a moot point. If ASIM gets his, it's also a moot point. But if neither of them can get to the States in time for the Major, that's where the problems really arise. I think there's a couple options. Zoomaa, of course, is an obvious one. I think if they're going to sign an amateur on a 14-day, I think it has to be an established amateur who's been around for a long time, and they can sort of stick right in there and know that they can be comfortable in him. They can expect him to know what he's doing, not make foolish plays, communicate, all that. So that brings me, of course, to Saints and John. I think they've worked with Saints. He was with the New York Subliners Academy team for a while. He worked with the organization and all that. So I would say, from a competitive standpoint, Saints probably makes the most sense in terms of trying to just not fall off as a team, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know if Saints played with these guys. I don't know if he's ever teamed with Clay. Of course, he's never teamed, I don't think, with Mac or with definitely not Hydra. So I don't know about that, but just at least the fact that he's been around the scene for so long, you can trust him, especially in search, to know what he's doing to make the right play. ASIM, he makes a lot of plays in search with the routes he runs and all that, so I think Saints can do that as well. John, of course, another guy who maybe not, for people say he doesn't communicate the best, but he has definitely been better this year. But maybe not him, but he's another option as well. And then, of course, Zoomaa. I mean, he has the chemistry with these guys. He was supposed to play with them this year. So whoever it would be, it would just be an interesting storyline to follow. Make sure you're keeping up with it because it could play a huge role in determining how New York does at the next Major. Again, hopefully ASIM just gets his issues straightened out and it is no problem. But if it is a problem, it's going to be really interesting to see which route they take for their replacement. And finally, really quickly on the challengers. On the EU side of things, again, I'm sorry if you can't see this very well, they finished, both sides, EU and NA, finished their league matches up last night. No surprise, Orglis and Elevate were able to take the top 2 seeds on the EU side. They've been the best 2 teams there, for a little while, and they were 6-1 and 5-2. Orglis actually taking the 1 seed, which is a little bit surprising, but you knew they were going to be the top 2. And then there was a 5-way tie at 3-4. So Team War, who had a big win over Elevate, they were 0-2. They got the 2-2, finished 3-4. They were the odd team out at 3-4. Amelia Strays, Mavericks, Los Pepis, and the Originals, all 4 did qualify for the knockout bracket to determine the 2 teams that make the playoffs. And then Team War, like I said, and Hot Tub Meadow, which is actually Zero's team, were the odd teams out. So a little bit of a surprise to see Zero's team being the bottom team in the entire competition, but that's how it shook out on the EU side. And then on the NA side of things, we have the Trash Bros and Built by Gamers got the top 2 seeds. The System, UT Crew, Nemo, and LAG will be the next 4 teams who will be making the elimination bracket for the playoffs. And then Easter and Sobriety have been relegated. Looking at this, I did think coming in that Sobriety would probably be one of the bottom 2 teams. I thought the other bottom team that wouldn't make it, that would get relegated, would probably be Nemo or LAG Academy. So I definitely would not have expected Easter. I would have thought the top 2 teams would have been Easter and probably UT Crew would have been my prediction, but Trash Bros, they played well, and it's really not surprising. They have a lot of talent between Hollow and Jinchoid and Mock. I forget their 4th, but that's a really solid team they have, so no surprise to see those guys doing well, but I am a bit surprised to see them at the number 1 seed. Built by Gamers, again, they just keep getting better as the year goes on, so good for those guys. They're playing better. They make a top 2 seed as well. They are guaranteed into Season 5 and also guaranteed the playoff bracket for this Season 4, so really good stuff from them. The System also played well. That is Zed and Fellows team, so other than Easter, not many surprises, but just the seeding was interesting to me, so I thought I'd talk about it. That's going to do it, though, for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like down below. Leave a comment as well with your thoughts on what we talked about today, and subscribe to the channel as well if you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos from me. I appreciate it all. It really, really does mean a lot to me, so thank you for doing that and for joining me along the way. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a good day today, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.